Lesson 2, United States Government. Let's take a look over in the yellow. It says Preview. Focus on the main idea. The government of the United States protects the rights of the people. Places we'll be looking at are Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Washington, D.C. People we'll be looking at are Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, James Madison, Rosa Parks, and Thurgood Marshall. Vocabulary word is amendment, and then terms will be Declaration of Independence, United States Constitution, and Bill of Rights. Let's take a look at You Are There. Today is a very important day. It's July 8th, 1776, and the Declaration of Independence is about to be read from the State House steps in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The crowd around you is very noisy. Everyone wants to know what Thomas Jefferson and other leaders have written. Suddenly, the crowd grows still. The Declaration of Independence is being read aloud. After the Declaration is read, you hear church bells ringing. You wonder, what will become of this new nation? Declaring Independence. The government of England and the governments in the colonies did not always agree. Many colonists believed that England was taking away the rights that the Magna Carta said was theirs. The American colonies declared independence. Thomas Jefferson helped write the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence can be broken up into 3 parts. The first part says that people have the rights the government must protect. The second part lists the complaints the colonies had against the king. The third part tells the world the colonies are declaring their independence. It said that the colonies were now free and independent states and no longer part of England. Thomas Jefferson, born and raised in Virginia, became the 3rd President of the United States. The U.S. Constitution. In May 1787, 55 people met in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to write a new plan of government for the United States. 12 of the 13 states sent a representative. Only Rhode Island did not. During the hot summer, these members wrote the United States Constitution. George Washington and Benjamin Franklin were 2 well-known and respected men in this group. All 55 delegates voted to make Washington the leader. Benjamin Franklin was the oldest member of the group. He had also worked on the Declaration of Independence. James Madison from Virginia was also a member of this group. Madison helped write large parts of the Constitution. He is often called the father of our Constitution. On September 17, 1787, the members completed their work. A new plan of government for the United States was written. The people, not a king, had the power to govern. George Washington led the United States in their war with England. He was chosen as the first president of the United States. Because of his leadership skills, George Washington is called the father of our country. Benjamin Franklin wrote books and was an inventor. People remember him for his famous experiment with a kite and electricity. The meetings about the Constitution were held in secret. Much of what we know about the meetings comes from notes written by James Madison. He became the 4th President of the United States. Adventure, Washington, D.C. You want to visit our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. It is named after our first president, George Washington. Pierre Charles L'Enfant was chosen to make plans for the city. He had many ideas about how the capital should look. His ideas helped shape the way our nation's capital looks today. Use the cardinal and intermediate directions on the compass rose to find your way to 3 important places in Washington, D.C.